puppy. So if you'd like to take the knees to sit a little bit wider, and we're going to just walk out the hands in front of you. And you can do one of two things here. You can either drop your forehead down upon the floor, or you can bring your chin down towards the ground and look up towards your thumbs. Just whatever's working for you today. And just letting your body sink a little bit further, a little bit deeper into the ground. And after a couple of moments, if you think that you can take the knees to go a little bit wider, and just going a little bit deeper. Okay, now I'm going to inch the hands back on up. Bring the knees to close up underneath you. And now just drawing your head to the floor and bringing down one hand to the side of you. Look down towards the hand that we've drawn down and let the other hand walk on up. And I want you to keep walking over, so you're walking to the far side, so you get the stretch into the opposite side of your body. And then let's swap the hands over. Bring the other hand up, walk the other hand down. Look down towards the hand that's by your foot. And then walk your hand across. And start to get a little bit more release, coming up through your lats, up into your upper back. It back on over, lifting your chin, looking up between your hands, and let's dive the body up and along the ground, elbows in, shoulders down, drawing up into a little cat stretch, rounding through the shoulders and looking up towards your navel, taking your head and your tailbone away, and then let's sit back upon your heels. And again, let's bring the body to pull up and through. Come up again into cat stretch, rounding through shoulders and back. And then taking head and tailbone away and sitting back down onto your heels. And again, let's bring the body to pull up and through. And this time, curling the toes and sending your heels away and your head down through your arms. Bring your body forwards to a strong plank, bending your knees and sitting back down onto your heels. Again, we'll bring the body to pull up and through, curling the toes and lengthening all the way off along and looking up towards your navel. Drawing forwards into a plank and bending your knees and sitting on back. Again, bring the body to pull up and through. And curling the toes. Head down, bottom up. Draw forwards into plank. And then bending your knees and sitting on back. And again, draw the body up, lift, elbows in, shoulders are down. Curl the toes and send the hips back. Draw forwards to plank and then bending your knees and sitting back down upon your heels. And one more time, coming up and through. And this time as we curl the toes, staying in the down dog and walking your feet from one to the other. And just watch that your hands are in a good position. All right, your fingers want to be pushing, the middle finger wants to be going straight up. Okay, try not to have your fingers turning open to the side if you can help it. And just drawing down one side of the body and then the other. And moving the hips a little side to side. Okay, let's come down upon your knees. And if we can place the right foot forwards. Okay, now today I'd just like to bring in the left hand to the side of your knee and bring the right arm forwards. And I'm just going to take that arm out to the side and follow it back and look back towards your hand. And then coming all of the way back round, place down your left hand to the inside of your foot, push your way through your back heel, and now raising your right arm straight up. Now you can either stay or turn your front foot open, go to the outside edge of your back foot, and then open your body back a little bit more. And then coming all of the way back round, letting the knee back down onto the floor, and then we're just going to come up with the hallelujah arms today. So I'm just opening it back. If you can, looking up to the ceiling. And then coming back down. And then working your body onto the back knee and drawing back your toes. So here, if we can, we're going to lengthen out through the tailbone. Toes going up towards the ceiling, tummy muscles pulled up underneath you, pressing downwards from the centre of your chest. And then if we can come back on up, and clasping your fingers together, raising your arms nice and high, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, activate your waist. Take a little bit of a stretch to come down one side of your body. Breathing in, come back up. Breathing out, activating your waist. And take a little bit of a bend out the other way. Letting your arms down. Now placing your left foot forwards and then taking across your right hand. Bring your left arm and then open it all of the way back. Follow your fingers and looking towards your hand if you can. Bring that hand back, placing down, right hand to the ground, lift up the left knee, and then as we look up, looking up towards the hand, we can go a little bit further by drawing open that front foot, and then opening it back a little further. And then bringing it all of the way back round again, knee back down onto the floor, and let's come up through the middle. So we just have those open arms today. So I'm opening them back into that Y shape. And then if you can today, just bringing the head back and looking up. And then coming all of the way back down again. Coming back onto the back knee. Walking your hands back and a little bit of a tilt backwards there through tailbone, calf and hamstring stretch coming in, toes going a little bit more vertically towards the ceiling if that's possible, but you know, you're always going to bend that knee a little bit if you need to. Alright, let's bring the body back on up. Come around onto your back for me. And then we just take a couple of deep breaths. We're going to set the body up in into the best possible alignment that you can bring into your body's positioning today. So just setting your feet up so the heels line up with your sit bones. And if we start by just working your lower back down into a thorough imprint, and then letting your back lift up. And again, working your lower back down into the floor. So you've got a really good imprint to the floor. And then releasing your back out into neutral. And then a couple of rolls up and down with the shoulders. Alright, just notice how those shoulders are for you today. Okay, wriggle out the neck from your shoulders. And then once you get into a good settled position, take a deeper breath in through your nose. And then as you breathe out through your mouth, blow the breath out of the mouth with a little energy. As you breathe in, the ribs are widening, the belly's flat. As you breathe out, draw the navel back to the spine, pulling up behind the surface muscles. And again, as you breathe in, the ribs are widening. And then as you breathe out, draw up from the pelvic floor, engage, pull in. Your waist starts to pull in a little bit tighter. Alright, now as you're working through your practice today, remember, you're looking to prioritize the usage of your core over everything else. Alright, you want a breath to work in with your body's movements, but we really want to think how we can work the postures from the inside out. So I'm going to start today with your ab prep. If you can bring your hands to sit back behind your head, just let your elbows fall wide. Breathe in through the nose, nod the chin. As you breathe out, lift, but not pulling the head forwards, lifting from the center of your chest. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out, drawing the navel back to the spine as you lower. Breathing in, nodding the chin, and as you breathe out, raising your upper body. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out, navel back to the spine as you lower. Breathing in, nodding the chin, breathing out as you lift, pulling up behind the surface muscles. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out, navel back to the spine as you lower. And you could stick with this stage, or breathing in, nod the chin. As you breathe out and lift, extending your leg, your right leg above the ground, pushing through your toes, breathing in to stay, and breathing out, drawing that leg back in and lowering back down. Breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out, extending the left leg, raising the upper body. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out, engaging with the core as you lower. Breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out, extending the right leg. If you're having a good day, maybe lifting also the left foot. Breathing in, and then breathing out, foot back down, leg back on in. Again, breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out, extending the left leg, perhaps also lifting the right foot. Breathing in, and then breathing out, leg back in, and foot back on down. Breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out to extend through your right leg, maybe lifting the left foot. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out, foot back down, leg coming back on in. Breathing in, nodding the chin. Breathing out to extend through your leg, lifting the opposite foot. Breathing in, and breathing out, foot back down, and leg drawing back on in. Now again, just about be able to reach your heels with your fingertips. Now I'm going to come up into shoulder bridge. You do always have the option to stay with the first stage that we go to. Today, I'm going to offer up that we do something that's a little bit more intense for the glutes and the hamstrings, okay? If you don't like it, if it draws in cramp to that muscle area, go back and do the first stage that we're going to all start off with. So I'm starting off with a breath in, the ribs are widening. And then as you breathe out, I'm going to imprint the lower back and carefully peel the back away from the floor. We're aware of this at this stage that we do not need to clench the buttocks. Breathing in, and then as you breathe out, we're lowering the back carefully down into an imprint and back to neutral. So breathing in, and as you breathe out, tilt the tailbone, peel the back away from the floor, nice and soft, pushing your way through the knees, breathing in to stay, and then breathing out. Alright, so again, it's a really good controlled level. Feel free to stay with that. I'm going to come back to it in just a moment, or we're also going to work in, if we can, a lift. Now I'm coming up, I've got my ribs dropped into my body, and I'm just going to lift up my right foot from the floor completely. Now from here, I'm going to push from my glutes on my left hand side. Breathe out to lift, breathe in to lower. And I want you to keep the hips level. Breathe out, lift, breathe in to lower. And again, breathe out, lift, breathe in to lower. So you're pushing from the left hamstring, the left glutes. Breathing out to lift and in to lower. 2 more. Engage the core as you lift, in to lower. 1 more time. And in to lower. Then slowly roll your back down towards the floor. We're doing just a couple of lifts up and down. Breathing in. Breathing out as you ripple, again being aware that you're not clenching buttocks. Breathing in, breathing out to lower carefully, all of the way back down. Again, breathing in, breathing out to tilt the tailbone and peel the back away from the floor. Breathe in, and breathing out. Now I'm going to stay up next time and work the other leg. So breathing in, breathing out and lift. So this time I'm going to lift up the left leg and I'm going to push from the right hamstring and buttocks. Breathing out to push the hip upwards, breathing into lower. Breathing out to push from the hamstrings and the glutes, breathe into lower. Engage the core to lift, into lower. Breathe out, engage the core, lift, into lower. Again, breathing out, engage, lift, and lower. Breathing out, push to lift and lower. 2 more here. Breathing out, lift and lower. 1 more time. Into lower. Place the foot down. And let's carefully lower your back all of the way back down. Just take up your right ankle to your left thigh and let's draw both legs in. Let's give it a little bit of a stretch out. Either holding on to your left hamstring or your left shin. Alright, let's swap it on over. Placing that left leg on top and either hold on to your right hamstring or your right shin. And then release it all of the way back down. Okay, carefully come on over onto your elbows and knees. We're coming into plank. So we're going to work into the knee drops today, the 10 with the breath, and then we're going to do some slightly more rapid ones, and then we're going to come back and do another 10 slow. Okay, so pace yourself. If you need to do this on your knees at all, then that's fine. So I'm going to float down my arms to the floor, elbows in alignment with my shoulders, wrists in alignment with my elbows. Work the knees back, and if you wish to stay on them, stay there. Try not to have too much of a risen lower end of the body. Try and have a neutral back. Curl the toes, and if you can, pushing away through your legs. As you draw one knee to the floor, breathe in. As you push away, breathe out. Draw the other knee to the floor, in, out and push away. looking beyond your fingers. So a nice strong position with the neck. Breathe in, breathing out, push away. In, out 5, in, out 6, in, out 7, in, out 8, in, out 9, and in, out 10. We're going to go for a couple of little rapid ones, in and out. Breathing in and out. And again, in and out. 2 more. And then stay for me again if you can. Breathe in, draw the knee down. Breathe out, push away. Pull up on that bottom rib, shoulders back. It's almost as if you're squeezing something beneath your armpits. Breathe in, out 4. In, out 5. In, out 6. In, out 7. In, out 8. In, out 9. And in, out 10. Gently lower yourself back down. Okay, I'm going to open up the shoulders a little here. So if we take the hands all the way out and along the floor, I'm just going to roll towards one shoulder. And options here, you can bring the knees in, okay? You can keep your legs straight and either have the leg in front or behind, or you can bring your foot up to the inside of your leg for your fallen tree. We can bring the other hand up towards the ceiling, okay? Or you can keep the hand in front of you. The head can be on the floor or it can be up, all again depending on what's good for you today. Just take a couple of breaths there. And then we'll go carefully around to the other side. So stretching out and along the floor, roll towards your shoulder. And again, either knees pulled in, okay, or your leg can be in front or behind. And then maybe we can bring that hand to the ceiling. All right, and remember, drop your head back to the ground if it starts to feel too intense. And then coming all of the way back round onto your belly. Now I'm going to work into the breaststroke. I'm going to work in the postural muscle work first of all, and then today I'm going to be lifting up alternating palms and working your glutes as well. Alright, so a little bit more upper back work, okay, it's a good way of strengthening your back all the way along it. But like I say, when I get to that bit, I'll talk a little bit more about trying not to just recruit the glutes. And very much that comes into the breaststroke as well, trying to relax from the waist downwards. So letting your arms drop in towards the floor, breathing in to peel back both of your shoulders, breathing out as you engage the core, lifting and hovering, breathing in to stay, then breathing out as you lower and you let your shoulders down to the floor. Breathing in as you peel back those shoulders. As you breathe out to lift and hover, draw your belly up and away from the ground. Breathing in, keep the core connected. And then breathing out, keep the core connected. And then let your shoulders come forwards. Breathing in, peel back those shoulders. Breathing out and engaging with the core to lift and hover. Breathing in to stay. And then breathing out to lower and shoulders to the floor. Breathing in, rolling back your shoulders. Breathing out, engaging the core. Maybe rotate your arms open a bit more. Breathing in to stay. Then breathing out and rolling your shoulders back. Breathing in, shoulders opening back. Breathing out to engage the core to lift. Breathing in. Breathing out as you lower. Now, if we could bring the hands up towards the top of your mat or slightly beyond. And now as we raise one palm Breathing out, letting your arm brush past your ear, and then breathing in to lower. Swapping over, breathing out to lift your arm, and breathing in to lower. So as you raise your arm, engaging with your core, and like I was saying, is just be aware if you're feeling this all the way down your back. Okay, it's not the end of the world, all right? If it gets too uncomfortable, stop. But eventually, we'd like to have a little bit more power and range of motion around the upper part of your back. So that when you raise your arm's lifting on one line, okay? And it's not making the lower back muscles kick in. Remember, engage your core. Alright, think about the support from the internal part of your body, your internal back strength. Now, if you'd like to try, we're going to work in an alternating leg lift. So now, deliberately pointing the toes on one leg, breathing out and raising the opposite arm to opposite leg. And then breathing in to swap and change. Breathing out, point the toes, squeeze the backside, lift. And breathing in as you lower. Alright, so try and feel that you're only using the glutes on one side for the side that you're looking to work. Okay, the legs lifting nice and straight, breathing out to lift and into lower. Now, option here is to come back and maybe just try both arms together, breathing out to lift and into lower. And just again, maybe see where you are today with your power, with your strength. Breathing out as you lift, breathing into lower. Now for some people this may be really easy. Alright, so I'm just going to cover if it is really easy for you. If the back of your body is your strongest area, which it can be for some people, then maybe you recruit your glutes and you lift both of your legs. So you're breathing out to lift, and breathing in as you lower. So you're really, again, deliberately firing up the right muscles. And again, being very deliberate in the usage of your core. All right, make sure the core is really working for you. All right, finishing off your last little bit. Releasing it back down. Alright, coming gently back up. And we're going to come up into thread the needle as a stretch. Now I'm going to work in today an opposite leg extension too. You don't have to do this, okay? I'm going to take my right leg out to the side. And then I'm also taking my right arm underneath and lowering my right ear down towards the floor. Like I say, you could just do the shoulder part. I want a little stretch there for rear shoulder, but if you take the leg out to the side, you're also going to get an inner thigh stretch. And then carefully bring it back on up. Alright, if you're doing the legs today, extend out your left leg and take your left arm underneath. Alright, now carefully bringing yourself back on up, sitting yourself back round, and we're going to now retrace our steps and we're going to release out your back. So as we work into our roll back here, okay, try and relax out your shoulders. Alright, if you're using a band around your feet or if you're using a cushion behind your lower back, place that into position for yourself now. Sitting up nice and tall, shoulders open, neckline nice and long. Take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, start to sink down. Your ribs curve your lumbar spine. Stop at halfway, breathing in, and then breathing out as you draw up and you come to a tall seated position. Again, breathing in, ribs widen. And then as you breathe out, trying to make it as smooth as possible. Just gently curve the lumbar spine a little. Breathing in and breathing out as you draw all of the way back up, drawing up nice and tall. Again, breathing in. As you go back, breathing out, relaxing your shoulders. If you can work in print today, take your lower back down, shoulder blades touch down but not the head. Breathing in and then breathing out as we slowly draw back up through the back and come back up to seated. Again, breathing in, breathing out slowly, keeping the collarbone open, working the body back, breathing in and breathing out. Okay, and again, for those of you who want to use the single arm on the shoulder, okay, deep breath in. As you go back, just again taking your time, breathing in and breathing out, drawing all of the way back up, swapping it over, breathe in. As you go back, collarbone open, shoulders relaxed, breathing in and breathing out. Swapping your arms over, breathing in. As you go back, breathing out, keeping the chin away from your chest. Breathing in and breathing out. Coming all the way back up. Last one. Breathe in and breathing out. Breathe in and out. Coming all of the way back on up. Alright, now I'm going to bring you over onto your side. Okay, and today I am going to be working with the leg going forwards, backwards, up, down, and to circle. Alright, so it's a little bit of a hip workout. I prefer on this one to prop the head up, but see how you feel. You can always have your arm in front and your head on a cushion. Alright, that would feel better for you today. Legs coming slightly forwards of your body, and we'll bring that top leg up to hip height. As you draw the top leg forwards, breathing in, flexing your foot. As you breathe out, squeeze the backside a little, although you're not taking your leg too far back. Breathing in as you raise your leg up, and then breathing out as you lower the leg down. Pointing the toe, circling the leg, breathing in and breathing out. But again, keep the core locked on so that the rest of the body doesn't move around. And we'll start again. Breathing in, coming forwards, flexing the foot. Breathing out, taking the leg back, squeeze the backside a little bit, not too far back. Breathing in as you raise the leg upwards. And breathing out to lower the leg downwards. Now circle the opposite way. It should feel harder, okay? Slightly, all right? Because we always favour one way more than the other. Breathing in and out. And let's start again. Breathing in, coming forwards. Breathing out, point your toes as you go back. Breathing in, raising the leg up, good range of motion. Breathing out to lower the leg down. Circle the leg, maybe the opposite way this time. Breathing in and breathing out. Good, one more time. Breathing in, flex coming forwards. Breathing out, point your toes on the way back. Breathing in, raising the leg up. Breathing out to lower the leg down, circling the leg, slightly harder way this time. Breathing in and breathing out. Alright, let's bend that knee, draw your heel in towards your backside. Take the knee back a little so you provide yourself with a quad stretch. your side bend. So elbow beneath your shoulder, pop those knees forwards of your body. And as we start to lift up that small shortened version to begin with, just find your way, feel the core connecting, stretch up past your ear, and then slowly coming back down. So as you lift, feel the oblique muscles kick in, breathing out. And as you reach over, feel that stretch through your lats and down through the side of your body. Feel free to be on the elbow today. If you're coming up onto the hand for maybe a couple, open the knee in the chest. And then as you push on up, snapping the legs in together, bring the body up so you're taking that bend out from your waist. Breathing in as you lower. Okay, and again, as you go up, breathing out, try not to lean forwards, reaching up past your ear, and breathing in as you lower. That's it, take your time. Breathing out and lift. And breathing in as you lower. That's it, just a little bit of a half clench of your buttocks, you know. If you pull your hips slightly forwards and clench your buttocks, that'll stop you from sitting your hips high, all right? Which I know why we do it, I know why people do it, all right? But it's, again, you can train yourself to not tip forwards. Okay, last one. Coming all of the way back down. All right, spin it around the other way, and let's do the hip work on the other side. So let's bring those legs just slightly forwards. Top leg coming up to hip height. Breathing in, flexing the foot as you come forwards. Breathing out, pointing your toes as you take the leg back. Breathing in, drawing the leg up, working into that range of motion. Breathing out as you lower it back down. Good. Point your toes and circle the leg. All right, so again, like I say, it's always trying to generate the leg movement, but without affecting the rest of the body. All right, and then let's start again. Breathing in, hamstring stretching as you come forwards. Breathing out, give a little bit of a clench to the buttocks on the way back. Breathing in as you raise the leg up. Breathing out as you lower the leg down. Circle the opposite way this time. Just keeping that body balanced. Breathing in and out. Brace the core all the way through. Again, breathing in, coming forwards. Breathing out, point your toes on the way back. Breathing in, raising the leg up. Breathing out, lowering the leg down. Circling the leg, breathing in. And breathing out. One more time, breathing in, flex foot. Breathing out, point your toes on the way back. Breathing in, raising the leg. Breathing out to lower. Circle the slightly harder way this time. Again, engage the core and point your toes, making those circles as smooth as you can. And then at the end of that last one, catch the ankle and just gently take in back that heel and find the quad stretch. Letting it go. Let's come on up for your side bend. Elbow underneath your shoulder, knees forward, so line up with your hips. As you breathe out, lifting up through the waist, finding the ground. Breathing in as you lower. And again, breathing out, waist pulls up, the oblique muscles kick in, the core kicks in. All right, and then stay with that, or you're going up onto the hands and the foot. All right, that other one just linking around, hooking around the ankle. breathing out, and then we want to snap the legs in together. Alright, if you ever get a day where the legs don't actually want to connect, take the feet further away. Alright, that sometimes happens when we've had a break from practice, or you come back from a little bit of a holiday or something, and then all of a sudden it feels like, you know, you can't get the same alignment. But it can sometimes be that we've just gone a little bit too close with the hands to the feet, so you just move them away a bit more. Chin lifts, hips forwards, a little bit of a clench to the buttocks like I said on the other side. See if that helps. Alright, just to shift those hips into the alignment, so the hips are in alignment with your ribs, you know, so that the bum's not going further back. And lower. Alright, last one. Breathing out. Reaching. Okay. Come around onto your back. We need to do the 100. Okay, so now a lovely little roll back to get there. Breathe in and out. Okay, so anything that you need support-wise for your 100, be it that you put something underneath your head perhaps. Okay, just really almost use the breath and the pattern of the engagement of your core like a mantra. Alright, so just try and switch out from everything else. Shut your eyes and just really work on that lateral thoracic breathing. Every time you breathe out, feel the space underneath your ribs, drawing in tighter and up behind the surface muscles. Okay, so bringing your legs up, one and then the other. Check out your neutral back. Raise your head and shoulders. Keep the distance of a fist underneath your chin and chest. Today, maybe it's a good day to straighten the legs a bit more. Today, maybe we don't need to support the neck. Alright, see where you are. Again, breathing a nice steady breath in for about 4. Out for a little bit longer if you can. Breathing in and out. Just really try and make that your constant. As you breathe out in your mind, imagine you could see that core center of your body pulling up through from the pelvic floor, feeling that central line of your body becoming stronger, less vulnerable. Okay, and we're going with 25, 26, 7, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 3, 34, 35, 6, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 3, 44, 45, 46, 7, 48, 49, 50, keep the chest open, 55, 56, 7, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 3, 64, 65, 66, 7, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 3, 74, 75, 6, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 3, 84, 85, 86, 7, 88, 89, 90 with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Alright, gently bring it down. Plant your feet to the floor for me. And I'm really going to work into the neck next. Okay, so if we could turn the gaze towards one side. And just let your neck muscles relax there for a moment. Now when you take your head over, where you place it may be the best turn for your neck. If it is, that's okay, alright? But if you think that you could better it, maybe lift the head up and see if you can turn the head a little bit further over so the ear gets a little more thoroughly into the ground. And then relax your shoulders again. Maybe your shoulders want to be a bit helpful, maybe they've risen back up again. And then gently relax your neck and bring it back round to the middle. Now draw your chin towards your chest. And we're going to see if we can get the back of the neck a little bit more to the floor. So really pull your chin in and wriggle the neck in. And we're stretching that area right down from the base of your skull to the back of your neck to the top of your shoulders. And then slowly let the head back up. Roll your head to the other side. And then just relax it. Try and as you take the head over, just relax your shoulders. If that's as far as you need to go, stay. If you think you can go further, lift the head up and take the head over a bit further. And then bring the head back to the middle. And one more time. Deep double chin. Really pull your chin in. Make that funny face. Alright, draw it right in. See if the head will go, will go a little bit closer to the ground. Gently letting that head come back on up. Now we can take up the heels, flex out the heels, relax out your shoulders, and slowly taking one heel towards the ground on your out breath, and then drawing back on up. Take the other heel down, breathing out, and breathing in as you draw back on up. Breathing out to lower the heel away and breathing in. Now we have a neutral back with this one and try and pull back, draw back behind the surface muscles. Now today this might be as far as you want to go. Alright, I'm going to offer up that we put in a baby reverse curl. I'm going to point the toes, take the hands in the air, and then breathing out to let the lower back go into an imprint. And breathing into release. Alright, so if you want to try your baby imprint today, lifting and trying to make the abdominals do the work of lifting your hips. Breathing out to lift. And into low. That's it, take control. If it is particularly hard work, then maybe use a cushion underneath your hips and just see if that helps you just to lift a little bit so you don't feel inclined to want to swing the legs. You know, I just really want us really to be able to start to harness that energy of using the strength from the lower part of your abdominal region, all right? For those of you who, again, there's always some people who are going to find this a bit easier. If a rollover is easy for you, hands down by your side, breathing in to prepare, and then breathing out as you send the legs upwards. Breathing in to separate the feet, and then breathing out as you slowly come back down. It is a big old back stretch, this one, so don't take this one lightly, okay? Only take it if it's a really good thing for you today. For those of you still on your heel dig for me, maybe try a curtsy. So point your toes instead and curtsy one foot underneath and then change over. So you're breathing out, the knee comes over, you're curtsying underneath. Again, it's just a slightly different variation on what we were doing. It still works the abdominals lower to upwards. And that roll over, again, like I say, just let the hands help you a little bit. But then after you've done a couple, maybe you don't need to use your hands quite as much. And that's going to be, you know, a great way of checking out your progress. Maybe again the abdominals are working a little bit harder. Maybe the back has opened up a little bit and it takes you over easier. Alright, I'm just going to get you to come up to finish off your last one now. And if we just hold in that right knee, take your left leg along the floor, and just bring your right knee across your body and look over towards your right hand. Back in, sliding the leg down, and let's change legs. Bring the knee in, bring the knee across the body, gaze over towards your hand. Slowly bring that knee back in. Place your feet to the floor and carefully work your way over to one side and bring yourself back up to seated. And we'll have a little bit of a fold forwards. So I'm just going to bring the right foot towards the inside of my inner thigh. Of course, if your knee is not really appreciating this bend, have both legs straight. I'm going to take my right arm to reach over for the knee, the shin, the ankle or the foot. And then draw your body back on up. I'm going to take my left arm across, palm facing open. Sit the body up nice and tall, and then looking up over your shoulder. And just try and push back onto the opposite buttock. So you're again sitting down really well. And then let's gently come back on out. Change your legs over. And then bringing across your left arm. Again, wrapping your hand around the knee, the shin, the ankle or the foot. And then releasing your body forwards. And then let's come back on up, and then again, a little bit of a twist. So taking your hand across, palm facing open, looking over your shoulder, but lean back so you've got both buttocks on the floor. And then bringing it gently all the way back round again. And just one more today before I stretch the neck. Bring your feet slightly further forwards of your body. Okay, again, only if it feels good for you. And then I'm going to round the back over and then bring the head towards the feet. then slowly drawing your body back on up. And any other position that you would like to for being seated, for stretching out the neck. So I know some of you prefer to be kneeling, in which case please, by all means, find that kneeling position. I'm going to bring the hands all the way back, opening out with your chest, sitting up really tall, and then just lowering your chin down in towards your chest. And then bring your head across slightly, so you're looking down in towards the corner of your body. And then bring the head through to the middle. And let's go to the other side. And then bring the head through again. And then just raising your head. And we'll take one ear down towards one shoulder. And slowly rise it, go the other way. Just opening up the side of your neck. And these little things, as you know, they really do work. So in the next few days, if you do get a little bit of a stiff neck, and we're often doing things that are slightly different, particularly if you're cooking or something like that, come back and just do these stretches. It only takes a couple of moments. Just keeps the neck and everything freed up. Alright, raising the head a little bit again. Bring your arms forwards, give yourself a stretch around the upper back. As you raise your arms, breathing in. As you breathe out, opening it back. And again, let's let those arms come forwards, tucking the head in, breathing in, raising the arms up. Breathing out, opening back and down. One more time, let's bring the arms forwards, breathing in, and breathing out. Open it back. Give your shoulders a little bit of a loosen off. Okay, very well done everybody tonight again. Alright, well done. Hope you sleep well. Okay, hope that's